Hi there, welcome to Clarke Auction's June 2nd Fine Art Auction Preview. I'm going to share with you some of the highlights and interesting works in the sale. I'm going to start with this lovely painting over here by the Scottish artist Edward Arthur Walton. He is a German-trained artist, funny enough, but became a Glasgow boy, and he is a wonderful artist in his technique, almost like a spackling of the art. And this painting is lot 51 in our sale and has an estimate of $3,000 to $5,000. Now going up in the column here, we go to Rockport, Massachusetts, to the artist William Lester Stevens. He's a post-impressionist artist, and this looks to be like an autumnal view in the Berkshires, possibly. Now we've been fortunate again to have several works by the African-American artist Vincent D. Smith, and we have two here. We have one from 1970, and it's dealing with the Panthers, 21 in 1970, and it's a lovely work on paper here. And we've got the another Smith here called Harlem Night, Shadows in Harlem, and this is also done in the 1970s. We now move on to a large work by an unknown artist. It's a German expressionist work, and the interesting thing about this work, it was owned by the industrialist and art connoisseur Brooks McCormick. He was the president and the last of the McCormicks to head up International Harvester, and this was given to a friend. It is a bit as is, and you can see that we have a few holes in it on the lower right-hand side that were probably from a wild party shot with a BB gun. And this is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. We now have some more Vincent D. Smiths. We've got the Sidewalk Prophet here, done also in the 70s. And above that, we have a watercolor by Smith of some incarcerated figures behind bars. We're going to move now to a really interesting work by Worthington Rittridge, one of the seminal Hudson Valley School artists. He was originally born in Springfield, Ohio. And this picture has been in the family for a long time, so it does have some blooming in the varnish. So I really recommend that you look at the pictures online or come into the auction and view it for yourself. We've got an auction estimate of $4,000 to $6,000. Now moving down, we go to the artist Glenn O. Coleman. Funny enough, he was also born in Springfield, Ohio, but moved to New York and worked with the Ashcan School artist Shin and such. And he's known for views in New York City, but this looks to be possibly when he went to Cuba. The Whitney Museum also has a painting from his trip to Cuba. Now we're moving on from the world of Cuba to the print world of Robert Motherwell. We've got a great collection of prints by 1960s era artists such as Motherwell, and this is Automation A. This is estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. We're now going to swing around and go to Alexander Calder. This is also from the 60s. I believe it's about 1965, and it's number 12 of 90, and it's called The Saws. This is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Moving along in the front room here, we have some more Vincent D. Smith works. And we move over to two other prints as we come down by constructionists, two German artists named Pfeiffer and Rudolph. These were also done in the 60s and purchased in the October Gallery in Chicago. Moving along, we go to the world of Lucio Ranunzi, an Italian artist who worked in Italy and traveled extensively in South America. And he's known for these Leger Modigliani type figures. This is estimated at $600 to $900. Above that, we have an artist we've had a lot here at Clarke is Charles Levier, and this is a lovely still life with buildings in the background, estimated 1,000 to 1,500. We move on to another print by Joan Miro, and this is actually titled The Woman. It's a lovely print by Miro, and it's signed and also edition number. I believe we're talking about an estimate of maybe 600 to 900. The last thing we have here is another print. This is an African American. This is by Walter Williams, and it's called The Cockfight. And this is of an edition of 200, and this is number 184. And then it's a fabulous image there. And we have an estimate of 1,000 to 1,500 for lot 9. Here we are in the main room, and I'd like to share with you one of the highlights of the sale, which is this Andy Warhol Chairman Mao done in 1972. It's number 70 from an edition of 250. It's estimated at a mere 3,000 to 5,000 because of its condition. We do have some issues with the paper. There's some wrinkles, there's some tears, and it's likely that it was exposed to a lot of water or moisture. But it's still a fabulous, strong image by the seminal artist. We're now going to kind of pan along and move along with the sale. We've got views, photography, Venice, Vasarely, Cubist kind of works, and futuristic works. We've got our favorite local Charles Fazzino, one of his works, 3D serigraphs. And then we've got artists from Yugoslavia, and we've got landscapes from, again, like the Hudson River, and large-scale works. We've got female artists painting still lifes, and magical landscapes. And we have other artists like Humphrey doing the tenements, French paintings. So here we are with a portrait of the Lady of Sorrows in the manner of Bartolome Esteban Murillo. This is a fabulous work. It's unlined and as is, fresh to the market, and we have an estimate of 1,000 to 1,500. I'd now like to share with you some of the interesting photography that we have in the sale. And I'm going to start with this grouping by the artist, French-American artist Elliot Erwitt. He was a fascinating artist and had a lot of good humor in his photography. A lot of these are done in the 1970s, and each of them are pencil signed on the reverse, and some of them are editioned. He just passed away in 2023, unfortunately, but we've got a great selection of his work, and we have an estimate of 1,000 to 15, which I think is a real bargain for such a collection. We're now going to move on to The Roaring Lion by Yusuf Karsh of Sir Winston Churchill, done in 1941 when he was visiting Canada. This is one of the smaller size editions, but it's an early printing with Karsh's signature in the lower right-hand corner. And once again, I can't show you everything in the sale, so be sure to go to our website, clarkeny.com, or come into the sale and preview things in person 3 days prior from 12 to 6. The sale is on Sunday at 10, and I wish you all the best at the auction.